Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on Bestcraft. Another very beautiful Thursday morning, and once again, we'll come here, with our predictions as usual. Yesterday we had five games successful out of the six games that we predicted. Once again, our side Inter Milan who drew their match against Bologna would have been 6/6, but it was a successful outing for us, and I want to say congratulations to the folks who won yesterday. But today we have our games lined up once again. And remember, these games are well looked into. And in a short while, we'll be looking at the matches one after the other. But I want to ask you, to do the first, you're coming across our video for the first time that are yet to subscribe, to our channel, to kindly take our time to hit the subscription button right now so that you will not be missing out on our games that will always come up on this very channel on a daily basis. All right, so that you don't miss out. All right, have you done that? All right, that's good. All right, without further ado, let's get to today's business. And today we start with the very first match. It is in English Premier League, where we have the Manchester United who will be facing Southampton. Okay, and looking at recent games for both sides, you see that Man United have actually not have lost four games in the last six matches that they have so far, and they've had two draws. And also Southampton have won just once. They've had one draw, but have lost four matches as well in the last six games that they had so far. But when you look at how these teams have fared on home and away basis, we see that Man United have actually won six games in the last 10 matches, and they've had one draw and three losses. And we side on the other hand, Southampton have not won a single game from away. They've had three draws, but they've lost seven games in the last 10 away matches that they had so far. On head-to-head basis, the last time both teams met, it was Man United who played from away and won that very encounter by 3-0 against Southampton. So in this very encounter, we put all of these statistics together. We expect to see the home side, Man United, to take the day and win out shortly this one. It is home win. That's provided for that very encounter. And that takes us to the next. It is in Egypt Premier League, we will have the Zamalek FC who will be coming up against El Hodood. All right, when you look at recent games with Zamalek, they've had three victories in the last six games. They've also had three draws. And we side El Hodood have had two wins, two draws, but also lost two games in the last six recent encounters. And when you look at how they fared on home and away basis, you can see that at the home side, Zamalek have actually won six games in the last 10 home matches. They've had three draws and one loss. And we side El Hodood have had four victories in the last 10 away games that they have so far. They've also had four losses as well as two draws in the last 10 away matches. But looking at head-to-head basis, Zamalek have always been dominant, and the last five head-to-head meetings have always resulted to Zamalek within this very side. And last time they met was actually 2 years ago, and Zamalek won from away on that occasion by 3-0. And in this very encounter, we still expect Zamalek to take the play. It is the home side that we expect to win out right in this one. Home win, that's our value for that very encounter. And the next is in the Spanish Premier Division, where we'll have Real Madrid who will be facing Celta Vigo. And Real Madrid have won 5 games in the last 6 matches and losing one. That was a loss against Barcelona in the center, I think 2-3 days ago. And Celta Vigo have actually won 4 games in the last 6 matches. They've also had 2 losses as well in the last 6 games that they had so far. And looking at how this teams fared on home and away basis, we see that Madrid have done so very well from home, having won 7 matches in the last 10 home games, and have had 3 losses as well. And when you look at entirely at the matches that they had, you can see that 8 times out of 10, that's produced over 2.5 lots of goals. And Celta Vigo, on the other hand, have won 4 matches in the last 10 away matches. That they also had 1 draw, but have lost 5 games in the last 10 away games that they have so far. And also 8 times out of 10, that's produced over 2.5. And looking at how they fared on head-to-head basis, the last time they met was actually in October last year. Madrid won from away by 2-1 on that occasion. And the last time Madrid played from home also was in March of last year, and we saw Madrid beating this very side by 4-0 on that occasion. But I believe the Madrid side might be doing so very well in this one, looking to get their mojo back, especially after the loss against Barcelona. So in this very encounter, we expect to see a lot of goals, and it is over 2.5. That's what we expect in that very encounter. And the next that we have for you is also in Spain, where we have Atletico Bilbao who will be facing Osasuna. Okay, Bilbao in the last 6 have seen 3 victories, 2 draws, but also lost 1 game in the last 6 matches that it has so far. And Osasuna, on the other hand, have had 2 draws and 2 wins as well as 2 losses in the last 6 recent matches that they have so far. And when you look at how they fared on home and away basis, you can see that Atletico Bilbao, the home side, have actually been able to achieve 7 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've only lost to Barcelona, 1 loss, and they've also had 2 draws in the last 10 home matches that they have so far. And looking at the away side of Osasuna, they've been able to achieve 4 victories in the last 10 away matches. They've lost 2 games as well, and they've had 4 draws also in the last 10 away games that they had. The team that does well as well. And on head-to-head basis, we see that the last time both teams met was in December last year. We saw Bilbao beating Osasuna from away on that occasion by 2-1. And prior to that, we also saw Bilbao playing from home, also winning by 2-1 once again. And in this very encounter, we'll expect to see the home side Bilbao, not to lose entirely. We expect to see the home side either winning or draw and under 4.5. That's what we expect for that very encounter. Okay, home win or draw and under 4. That's not bad for that very game. And the next game that we have for you today is also in Spanish Copa del Rey. We have Real Sociedad will be facing Rayo Vallecano. And Sociedad have seen 4 victories in the last 6 games that they have so far. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss. And Vallecano, their away side, have been able to achieve 3 victories and 3 draws in the last 6 games that they have so far. And looking at their performances from home and away perspective, you can see that for home side, Real Sociedad in the last 10 home matches, they have been able to achieve 6 victories out of those, but have lost 2 matches, and they've also had 2 draws in the last 10 home matches. And then you look at how they fared, how the away side have fared playing from away. You can see that Rayo Vallecano, the away side, also has seen 5 victories in the last 10 away games, but have also had 3 draws and 2 losses in the last 10 away games that they have so far. That's a decent record for the away side. And when you look at how those 2 teams have fared on head-to-head basis, you can see that on head-to-head basis, last time they met, it was in August of last year. We saw Rayo Vallecano beating Real Sociedad from away on that occasion by 2-1. And prior to that, we saw them playing out a 0-0 draw and also a 2-2 draw. It's not a one-sided affair between these 2 sides. Sometimes Vallecano wins, sometimes Sociedad wins, but in this very encounter, we go for a goals verdict. We expect to see a minimum of 2 goals appearing in this very encounter, and it is an over 1.5. That's what we expect for this very encounter. All right, that concludes our questions for you today on BetCraft, and I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes green. Also, remember to play responsibly in some football matches. It may not be exactly what it seems, sometimes. And that being said, tomorrow is another day, and we'll be coming up with our predictions, definitely on this very channel. Do not miss out, but until that time, keep winning.